Good morning. The next article from this unit is one-dimensional array. You know about arrays. I explained in depth about the arrays. Subscripted variables are used in Fortran for arrays. So whenever you want to use array, you have to use subscripted variables. The subscripted variable may have a single subscript. The subscripted variable may have two subscripts. The subscripted variable may have three subscripts. The subscripted variable may have four subscripts, and so on. For example, A4 B3, 3 C 5, 5, 5 D 4, 4, 4, 4. This is subscripted variable with only one subscript. So this is known as one-dimensional array. This is also subscripted variable. It has two subscript 3, 3. So this is known as two-dimensional array. Come to this subscripted variable. This subscripted variable has three subscripts 1, 2, 3, and so you may call this as three-dimensional array. Come to this subscripted variable, it has four subscripts 1, 2, 3, 4, and so you may call this as four-dimensional array. This way you can continue. One-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional array, four-dimensional array, five-dimensional array, six-dimensional array, and so on. These subscripted variables which have more than one subscripts. The subscripted variables which have more than one subscripts are known as multi-dimensional array. The subscripted variable which has more than one subscript, all such arrays are known as multi-dimensional array. While naming the multi-dimensional array, while using the multi-dimensional array in Fortran program, we require to observe few rules. We already discussed these rules. What is the first rule? The subscript used with any variable. In Fortran, the subscript used with subscripted variable should be an integer number. Some Fortran compilers allow to use real numbers, but when we use real numbers for the subscripts in substituted variables, the real numbers will be truncated to integer, and therefore what we do in Fortran, we always use integer numbers for subscripts of a substituted variable. Second rule: the integer used for subscripts in the subscripted variable should not be negative, it should be positive. So second rule is the subscripts used for substituted variables should be positive integers. Third rule: there may be one or more subscripts in a substituted variable depending on type of the subscripted variable. There may be one or more subscripts in a substituted variable depending on the type of subscript. If it is one dimensional, it will have only one subscript. If it is two dimensional, it will have two subscripts. If it is three dimensional, it will have three subscripts. If it is four dimensional, it will have four subscripts. And to distinguish these subscripts from each other, they should be separated by commas. Whenever you are handling multi-dimensional arrays, these subscripts of the subscripted variable defining the array should be separated by commas. Third rule. Fourth one: these subscripts used with subscripted variables should be enclosed, should be written within the parenthesis, should be written within the brackets. Bracket, subscripts in the bracket, subscripts in the bracket, subscripts in the bracket. So while writing these various subscripted variables defining one dimensional array, two dimensional array, three dimensional array, four dimensional array, and so on, multi-dimensional arrays, we have to observe the rules made for use of substituted variables in Fortran. And as you see, the four rules just I told are observed while writing these four examples for different dimensions of arrays. In this article, we are interested only in one dimensional array. In this article, we are interested only in one dimensional array. We are not interested in multi-dimensional arrays. As we are not interested in multi-dimensional arrays, let me take away all these. This is what the one-dimensional array. How to define one-dimensional array? With this statement: dimension (18) B15 C20 and so on. One way. Other may be This is one way of defining one dimensional array. This is second way, this is third way, this is fourth way. Even you can go for character, the fifth way. When we write this dimension A10, B15, C20, this is one dimensional array, this is one dimensional array, this is one dimensional array. It can have the elements integer, the elements may be real, the elements may be logical, the elements may be character. The same is true for this, the same is true for this. So whether the elements are integer or real or logical or character is not specified by dimension. Whether the elements of B, array B, are integer, real, logical or character not defined by dimension. Here also the elements of array C, whether these are integer, real, logical or character, are not defined by dimension. Dimension only defines how many elements this array has, how many elements this array has, how many elements this array has. And when we read elements for A, in the format you are going to specify the type of element for A as well as for elements of B as well as for elements of C. When we come to this, it means that it is one dimensional array which has 10 integer elements, one dimensional array which has 15 integer elements, one dimensional array which has 20 integer elements. When we come to this is one dimensional array which can have 10 real elements, one dimensional array which can have 15 real elements, one dimensional array which can have 20 real elements. Logical, one dimensional array which can have 10 logical elements, one dimensional array which can have 15 logical elements, one dimensional array which can have 20 logical elements. These are different ways which can be used for defining the one dimensional arrays. One dimensional arrays are used for sorting purpose. There are various ways of sorting. It can also be used for finding the smallest of the given numbers, the largest of the given numbers, etc. We are not going to construct all types of programs. We are not going to construct the programs for sorting, etc. Just as a sample, let us write a program for one dimensional array for finding largest of the elements, of the given array. And how to write this program? Let me start writing this program. We can write many more such programs, but I am going to write only one program for understanding of one dimensional array. So let me write this program here. This program is comment So this is a sample program for searching of largest element of given array. You are given one dimensional array. This one dimensional array may have 100 numbers, it may have 50 numbers, it may have 10 numbers, it may have 200 numbers. That will be decided by n. And what n allowed here? I5. I5 means 5-digit integer. The number of elements this array can have will be at the most 5-digit integer. It can have any number, I mean tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s elements, any number of elements. Okay, and we have to search systematically, logically, using the logic of Fortran, that the biggest or largest of all these elements. There may be 100, there may be 1000, there may be 2000, there may be 10,000 elements. We are going to search the biggest one very correctly, and the logic which is to be used for this purpose is given in this program. So this is again a comment. Type how many numbers, read asterisk 2 comma n. 2 I have used here, so let me use 3 here. So 3 here. N is read. It gives how many elements the array is going to have, and the format is this I5. Okay, so it can have at the most 5-digit integer, that is from 0 0 0 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 2 1 2 3 4 5. When the array is empty, this will be this, and at the most it can have 99,999 elements according to this format, and we have to search biggest of this. Dimension of this array is decided here, an, where an is given by this format. Then a1 is considered, big is equal to a1, it is considered, it is given. Then do loop is constructed here. Do 10 line number of last statement of do loop, running variable 2 to n. 1 is already taken here, so 1 is not taken here because a1 is already taken here. So initial value selected here is 2, final value is n, which is this. Then read ai. What is the value of I? 2. So read a2. a1 is already read and it is taken, it is supplied to the variable big. a2 is read here with this format. It is real number in fractional form. It is read here. Then arithmetic logical if statement is used here. This is the logical condition. If big less than a of I or ai. In this case, if a1 less than a2. What is big here? a1. What is ai here? I is 2, a2. If a1 less than a2, take big is equal to a2. Continue. Go to do loop. Read. Now it will become 3. Read a3 and compare them. Whichever is big, consider it big here. This is continued till the last value is exceeded by the loop. 2 to n number of iterations, repetitions are completed between do and continue. Okay, this format 3 is for this. Here I have left it to be written, so insert it here. This is to be inserted here. Okay, and then you search the biggest number, the biggest element, the largest element of the given array. Now print it. The largest number is, it is again comment. Write asterisk default output device format for big, which is found here. Okay, format, what is 4 format? Format 4 is 1x, one column is skipped, it is left blank. The largest number of the given array elements is equal to f8.2, that is the big. Stop. Yeah, this is the way of finding largest or biggest of the given numbers in one dimensional array. You can go for smallest number. We did this for largest number. Even you can do this for smallest number. For smallest, what you have to do? It is larger than. You have to replace this as smaller than. The condition is to be only changed here, so that you can also find using the same program. After changing this condition, this big by small, this big by small, you can search for the smallest of the element of given one dimensional array. So this is about one dimensional array. Hope you got it. If you have any question, you can ask the questions. Thank you.